So who remembers where we left off?
Well, I was having a complete mental breakdown, as I previously
It's before or after we got the filters.
Darth Nicebeard, I like it.
Oh, let me see my hit points are.
But yeah,
Okay.
so the engine is going critical. We probably made it worse. We have a guy who was trying to help us out who failed. And then we were basically like, what do we do now? And my character gave your guys inaccurate information about the fact that the engine is going to go like any minute now. I'm pretty sure we were at the step. Oh no, I remember the specific where we were because we were trying to find a vehicle. We had entered the vehicle bay.
You had just entered the garage, correct?
Wait, there's a motor pool on this ship?
No.
Okay.
There is a maintenance bay, but
Okay.
that's not where you went. No, you're in the garage for the mall.
I'll point towards a fully fueled, fully intact vehicle and say, "There, let's take that."
Yeah, that one looks good. It's a hover tank. Oh, that is exactly what I wanted. Thank you, GM. I can
Vintage.
appreciate it. Hi, Sonic Doctor. So yeah, my character's almost catatonic right now. Like I'm trying to look around in a daze. Oh my god.
I don't remember why you were having a mental breakdown, though. Do you?
So yes, I do. I remember exactly why. Because my character is firmly convinced of the idea that all of those people back at that town are rude when this thing goes critical, and
Right.
believe it will go critical very soon.
Okay. Yes.
So I was actually going to ask you a favor as a player.
Okay.
I want you to make this thing go off before we get back to the town.
Won't we be in the blast radius?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. No, remember we mathed it out last time. We're like 20 miles or 50 miles away or whatever. We're way over here.
Yeah. Yeah. The city or the village is actually outside of the blast range.
Mhm.
You don't know that in character, but
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
the problem. My
But
character.
that's the that's the real math.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're screwed. They're all gonna die. They're already having all these problems. Oh yeah, did we ever get the filter? I don't remember.
Yes. Pretty sure we did.
Nope.
Yeah, I felt like we did that first.
Yeah, we did that.
Well, I thought
first.
the initial one that we found was bad, and then we went to try and find the replacement because the one that was in the ship was still in the ship, and it was like way past being bad.
You're right. That's the one we found. That one was just bad. Crap.
So if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, you guys were working on taking a filter out of the decontamination area. That's when you got attacked.
Yep.
And then after you got attacked, you decided to make a beeline for the garage, but you did not finish
You're right.
pulling the filter.
And I cannot think of any in-character reason to go back to the filter. I can't.
I mean, if we're all convinced that they're just going to die anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That my thinking right now is getting them out of town, not trying to fix their filter. It's filling with a lot of fear right now.
Wait for it.
Thank you, Guido. And thank you, Shuri, very, very much. 10 months, almost a year. Congratulations, and thank you again. I swear I'll write up the Magasan rule set. I do want to do that. So yeah, I can't think of an in-character reason to go back for that thing. If you guys want to go for it, sure, but my character is going to be trying to get a vehicle working with his incredibly terrible knowledge and skill.
Okay. Do I need to make a roll to see if I can run the numbers where I can hoof it back full speed to try and find that while you guys are working on procuring a vehicle? Like, would I need to roll on something on that?
Okay, so I'm
Is
going
there a wing
to
it skill?
I'm going to back up just a little bit here.
Okay.
The last episode where all this was going on, you were not here. So, one of the things that they did is they actually went and investigated the engine room.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you a little information on the engine room that they had.
It's done screwed up.
So, here's the description.
Okay.
The acrid stink of ozone fills the room, overpowering the fetor of the mold. The filth seems less prevalent here, bare metal showing around the blue glowing pit at the center of the large chamber. A fist-sized node of crystalline material flickers with erratic blue light, hanging suspended over the pit by a half-dozen wire-thin connections to various pieces of bulky hardware. I want you to give me either a fix roll. Just a fix roll.
Okay.
Intelligence.
Yep.
Get this.
Wow.
The
No.
thing up.
What?
I have the wrong page up. I don't see the rolls. I don't know what I actually ended up rolling.
That's a 14.
That
Rolled
good?
well.
On 2d6? On 2d6? Yeah, that's pretty darn
yeah.
good.
Wait a minute, he's cheating. I knew it. Get him out of this game.
Yeah, really. No, it's.
Okay, so the first thing that you realized that was going on in this room is it was irradiated.
Okay.
The guy spent a couple of minutes in there. You probably felt that it was a couple of minutes too long.
Right, so we're all sterile now.
Well,
didn't want kids.
you're fine. There's iodine pills.
That's not how that works.
According to the military, it is. You think I'm kidding?
No,
No,
I
I
know
know
you're
you're
not.
not. That's the sound. Oh.
Okay, so the wires are basically a method of jerry-rigging power to other areas of the ship.
Mhm.
You know this is a bad idea. Why are you plugging into the power core?
I mean, if
Right.
you need a generator, you go off to the power plant and just plug it in there rather than having a local generator.
That's what I do all the time.
With that roll, you absolutely can tell that this power core has suffered irreparable decay. I'm
Okay.
using those two words specifically, irreparable decay.
It's donezo.
It is simply a matter of time until this thing goes critical, and
Seconds.
so Jonathan believes that it is. He doesn't think you can get out of here quick enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my thinking, and I said this out loud, so this is all fully communicative, is, this is going to blow. It's going to blow soon. We need to get back to that town and get them to safety immediately. All I'm thinking about is trying to save those villagers.
Okay.
What's the state? Like, how far?
I don't even know. Away. We already know they're being affected by the radiation now. You don't understand, man. I start shaking. Okay. You don't
No.
understand.
Stop. Got a headache.
Get yourself together, man.
Not
A
helping.
faint.
Have you ever seen Airplane or Airplane?
Yeah.
I forget which one it is. The line of
32
deep.
turns. Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't we just... What exactly are you going to say to them to make the entire town leave?
I'm good with words. It's okay.
Like, practice on me.
All right. So I turn to you and I look deep into your eyes.
Oh, I look away.
And it works. I'm done. We're good.
You've not convinced me.
I'm trying to remember how to do a talk roll. There we go. There we go. That's not actually that great.
See? Like, what happens if you do that?
So I say,
But you know what's going to be opposing you?
but
Administration.
oh.
There's going to be a politician there saying no.
Okay, hang on. I have an answer for this. Give me just a second.
It's gonna be a weapons roll, isn't it?
It's going to be a weapons roll. That's a laser pistol.
Yeah. What are the odds?
We've
Sure.
got to leave the town. No, I don't think so.
Blam! Any questions? I'm going to save you.
It's the only way. If one man has to die to
Yeah.
save the rest,
Anybody else want to stay?
it was a valiant sacrifice.
So hold on.
We're sending a negotiator.
I think we're jumping to Plan C way too quickly here.
Man, get yourself together.
And can we not like try and contain it here?
Even if
it goes up, there's some way of making sure it doesn't, go completely nuclear.
Well, I turned to the engineer guy. I'm like, what do you think, Hank? Do you think there's any chance of containing this?
Not repair it, but just shut it down gracefully.
So, unless the tech deviates from any sort of other, power source tech in movies and stuff like that, you send it to the bottom of the ocean or you bury it under a mountain. It's kind of already buried under a mountain. There's not really a huge water source to sink it. So if we can essentially bury the mountain on top of it, that might work. As far as minimizing the blast radius.
Okay, so what you're thinking is we need to go chop down every tree in the forest, make like a tree mountain, like bury it in lumber. That'll work?
That might take some time.
Well,
we don't have. Well, it might. Okay, because like out of character, I would think. Okay, is there a way to? It's irreparably degrading. Mm-hmm. So, is there a way to just power it down? Like, I don't know. Put a tray underneath the crystal and cut the wires and drop the crystal on the tray and walk away and pretend.
Not the blue one.
Yeah, exactly. It's always the
red. There, I have, and always will be your friend. That kind of stuff,
Yeah, no.
Can't readjust the diode crystals.
No.
Can I yell "con" at it? I don't know.
You can.
I charge into the room and start shouting.
Wait, it's okay. I got magic blood over here.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I thought this was actually going to have some consequences for a second.
That's super blood.
Genesis, what's that? So there's probably no way to actually power it down, so it's going to continuing to cycle and degrade, but also building in unregulated power that's going to hit critical mass at some point in time. So if there's a way to, the ship only has one reactor, right, Guido?
Yes.
Okay. There's not like a sub-fusion reactor that powers something that's non-warp core related. I'm trying to think of is there a way to cause an explosion using another part of the ship to then thus bury it more than it currently is?
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Thought here.
Okay.
So the problem is that we can't repair it, right? And obviously the yokels down at the farms can't. We do have access to a bunch of, for lack of a better term, wild nanites. Could they perhaps do something with it?
That's a good point.
Are we going to negotiate with the fish people for the nanites?
No, we have some nanites.
I mean, there's a big tube of them that we saw and left alone, basically, back in the ship.
There's a pool of it, again, with fish people in it.
And worst case scenario, we tell them, if we can get a hold of them and program them somehow, we tell them, all right, dig a cylindrical hole down to the center of the Earth and just drop this thing in it.
If that...
Oh, this is the wrong move.
We'd have to find some sort of control mainframe for instructional sets for that. So,
I mean, you were working on something with your pad to give them instructions, right?
Right, but the pad was defunct, so I'd have to find a working computer system that's probably going to be more powerful than the pad. I mean, I'm down to give it a try.
I think it's a better shot than going there and hoping we can convince them to run a unknown distance in an unknown amount of time.
Right. No, it's something that would probably be able to move a lot more mountain for us rather than trying to cave the whole thing and just burying it then farther down.
All right.
So given that as an idea and the layout of the ship that we've seen so far, do I have kind of a general idea of which direction to start searching in? For like a mainframe computer room or a science lab that would be running nanite control experiments? I'll take the doctor with me.
I've got the map somewhere here. Hold on.
Oh,
Here it is. It's in so we are currently near a parking garage. I'm assuming we didn't see, hey, here's a excuse me, an intact vehicle right here.
So we didn't actually get into what's in the garage other than the basic description.
Okay.
I can certainly say that again.
As I say, technically, we haven't gone to the garage yet because we're in the past. Depending on how you define that.
Right. I mean, at this point, now that Cadiz is here, if you want to retcon going to the garage, we can. But at this point, that hasn't happened, so you're technically still at the garage. That loop hasn't... that alternate timeline hasn't happened yet.
Fixed point in time.
So,
Flashpoint. The flashpoint hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
Yeah, flashpoints. Okay. Now, Guido, feel free to correct me on this, but if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Crazy Scientist guy ran off, and we basically did not succeed at pursuing him.
Yes, that is correct. He ran off deeper into the ship. You guys ran off towards the garage.
I'm gonna turn to the gentleman. Okay, so we got Crazy Scientist guy. We've got a ship that's going critical at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
ETA, did you get anything on when that might be happening?
Running a...
Running a level 3 diagnostic now.
I was going to say, doing a fix roll to estimate that? Or would that be a different skill?
All eyes turn towards the GM.
Maybe no?
So, I'm not going to require you to do another fix roll.
Okay.
Basically, considering how broken down, and I like your description, calling it the dilithium crystal. So I'm gonna run with that.
Okay.
As cracked and degraded as these crystalline structures are, moving it would probably destroy the lattice that is still remaining.
Okay.
That said, it could last another 5 minutes. It could last another 5 years.
We literally don't know at all. That's horrible. That's the worst thing. It'll be fine, guys.
Yeah.
So what do you tell me?
There's nothing saying what the actual flashpoint's going to be for this, but it could be anywhere between now and another lifetime. So
okay. So
but it's not, we cannot fix it per se. All we can do is
nothing.
I mean, if I touch the crystal, the lattice degrades faster, and we just accelerate the instant death. I can't disconnect it because there's nowhere for the overflow of the power to go. I can't shut the system down because the feedback loop on that would, again, it's currently in a loop right now. If I break that loop in either direction from the crystal or to the crystal for its recycle rate, it's gonna just end the whole process and detonate everything that it has stored up. It's not losing power, it's gaining power. And the problem is the power that's gaining has nowhere to be contained, and at a certain point it's going to go past its local containment and then flash.
If that's true, is there some way you could start shunting power out anywhere? Do anything?
I mean, if we could find a way to turn everything on, but this is if I'm not mistaken, this is not only a ship regulation system, but this is also a interspace drive system. So the power drop for that drive system has to be able to take that load. So I don't think, even if we turned on everything and someone's foot warmer, it's not going to be enough of a power draw even in its current state because it's already storing up too much power. I think the doctor's idea of trying to find a way to bury it further, that way, not if, but when it goes, it's contained that much more. Because, I mean, even if we find the weapon system on this thing and just have the main guns, if they're even still operable, and any other sort of weaponry just on full power, it's not going to be enough to draw the power away to where it's going to be safe for any length of time. I mean, it might buy us It might buy us an hour, it might buy us a week, but it's difficult to say. And that's even if we find the system and it's even up and running. Guido, feel free to stop me at any point in time if I'm overestimating the science on this.
No, I'm liking it. No.
Okay, I'm totally winging it right now.
No, it sounds good.
I'm like, if it's something that's set up to be useful for system and ship functionality overall, and it's going to push you faster than light, it has to be a hell of a power source. And all of it, the only reason why it doesn't explode constantly is it's got power regulators all over the place, which I'm assuming have systematically failed over the centuries. Just because of they were not meant to last that long without getting maintenance and adjustments and calibrations. You get Garrison here to do calibrations for you every so often. And getting that looked at to where oh, okay, is this fine? Does this need to be replaced? Do you have to completely rewrite the entire system kind of thing? So draining that power in a source, the ship is designed to not do that. It's like the opposite of what the design functionality would be for.
So would it be within your power to basically artificially trigger the explosion?
I mean, I'd imagine that's technically possible, but here's another nightmare scenario that I might want to try. What if we trigger a mock jump sequence?
No.
I have no idea what would happen there.
Can't do that?
No.
Okay.
I'm so
what if we do create a power draw? It would be like a jump.
Okay. Because that came up in my other game.
Damn it. So close.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I had to wing a solution on the fly and allowed it.
Right.
And
this
then...
is not that scenario, I'm assuming.
Well, so come to find out, I should not have allowed it in the first place because...
Okay.
The gravity well of the planet prevents the ship from generating the... basically, I'll call it the space-time bubble to actually create the wormhole.
Oh, okay.
Because I allowed it at the time, the result was the vaporization of the planet.
I mean, it makes sense.
Okay, so it's totally doable. What's the problem?
I'm with it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fire up the engine.
I'll start bringing it up
Seems
now.
like a good solution.
With a bang.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to allow that again.
Yeah.
No.
Cut to satellite view of the planet, and just
Destroy the Earth.
little flash, and then the whole planet's gone.
Yeah, there's atom ash everywhere.
So
Okay, bad idea. Got it.
that said, I am not going to say you cannot do other sabotage is an option.
Yeah, what I'm okay. So in character, I will say what I'm thinking here is if this is an unknown quantity, one of the simplest and most logical things to do is to make it a known quantity, right?
Sure.
So to make it so that we know this will blow up in 30 minutes or an hour or 3 days or whatever. At that point, this is no longer a slowly seeping in, other people might show up, unknown additional damage, and then at some distant point in the future, bam, when nobody's ready for it, right? So can you do that? Can you put a timer on this thing? What, either in literally adjusting it or setting up a program to go off in 30 minutes or whatever, something that you could do to give us a self-destruct sequence, basically.
So I could rig up one of the laser blasters to go critical, and we could strap it to the apparatus above the crystal. As to if I'm not sure that's going to give us enough time to get in a minimum safe distance, but
well, yeah, obviously we could just shoot the thing and we're good. But that I'd like to be slightly further away when that happens.
But I could see about maybe
Give me another fix roll.
like maybe cross looping one of the batteries on the gun to slowly overcharge, but controlling that overcharge is difficult.
I was just gonna laugh if you rolled a 2.
I know.
Yeah, totally do this. Pew pew.
I'll just stand here and spin kick it. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you know that basically from having done research and tinkering over the years, you're pretty sure that if you can get about half an hour out before this thing blows, it will be enough of a safe distance that you won't be incinerated with the blast.
Okay.
But can you give us a half-hour timer?
Right. So, bringing that up, and you're getting one of those little bird tip over things.
Drinking bird?
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna get it. Has to be done that way. Every like good overly elaborate timer with a detonator has to have one of those. I could do it, but I'll need to get a few materials.
Well, what do you need?
Well, I'll need probably the power cell from my laser pistol. So one of my 2 extra clips.
Here, take one of mine. I'll mark it off. Give me a second.
Okay.
And that guy's arm?
They take his arm too.
Sure. I mean, it's not necessary for this plan, but why not?
Just use it. Just use it.
Find a way.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
I'll rig it up to where it's holding the battery.
There you go. Perfect. And then the arm slips and we all die.
Yeah. Rigging up this horribly elaborate arm to like kind of put the battery somewhere near the crystal and it slips.
Whoop.
Cool.
All right, roll new characters. Next time, I want to
Yeah.
play someone with slightly more of a brain.
But you've got the charisma to make up for it.
Mhm.
That's true. I'm just a moron.
Okay.
Okay, so you need I've already given you my ammo clip. What else do you need? I'm sorry.
I will need to find some adhesive tape, and then I'm gonna. Let's see here.
Is there one in the survival bag or a piece?
Yeah, probably part of the first aid kit. So if I get that, basically what I want to do is get a striking component wet. Sorry, not the striking component, but the fabric that's going to be holding the striking component wet, and then tie both of those together and have it tensioned that as the item dries, it'll start to contract. So it'll move slowly over time, and then it'll make the connection, and then detonate the clip, and then cause the explosion with the crystal.
I like it.
Okay.
Just expecting Guido to be like, no. No.
No. Not feeling it.
What do I need to roll to go searching for these things? Yeah.
So, with that in mind, I still think that's going to be step 3 in our 3-step plan.
Well, what's step 2?
Step 2 is getting the nanites set up to, if we can, drill a hole. And we'll skip step 2 if that's not even possible. Step 1, still trying to find this filter.
I have to interrupt here. Drill a hole?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dr. Reddy was stating that finding a control console to hopefully program the nanites, if possible, to start coring the soil or earth below the ship to try and sink the ship further down into the mountain.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Continue.
Okay. So that would be step 2. Step 1 being our original mission. Trying to find a plastic janitor's closet to find a filter.
All right. I think the janitor's closet is where the doctor will tell me where it is.
It's over there.
All right, I go that way. Where do you point me to?
Off camera.
Okay.
Towards the nanite tank.
Wait.
Cut to montage. And cue the A-Team music.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da.
If you do that,
All right, this took 1 minute and a couple and a roll of tape. Now what?
Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to confirm. You are not going to the parking garage. You are still in.
We've ended that timeline.
Okay, so that never happened. You guys are still in the decontamination room.
Yes, and we're currently. I'm going to remind both of you in character. Remember, there's still a crazed scientist and zombies around, so be ready for that. But keep your weapon or gun or whatever it is you prefer at the ready at all times, and keep an ear out. And let's try and find this filter. And let's try and find something to work with these nanites, and let's try and kill ourselves, and then we'll be good.
Yep, all good plans.
Okay, I'm gonna let you lead, Hank. You have a pretty good handle of what you need and where you're going.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Cargo bay filters, presumably.
Okay,
Or
no.
equipment. No.
So another thing that you missed while you were not here last week is Jonathan was actually trying to disassemble, wrong word, but pull one of the filters from the decontamination room's system.
Right. To varying degrees of success.
Well, he didn't have time to finish because that's when you guys got attacked.
Ah, yes. All right, so let's continue with step one.
Gesundheit.
Is there more than one decon container filtration system? Or is there just one filter?
No, there's two filters.
There's two filters. Okay.
Yeah, one decontamination room, two filters.
Okay. So, and we were in the middle of checking the first one and got attacked.
Yes, he was in the process of removing the first one and got attacked.
Okay. Let's presume that. I'll keep guard.
All right. Well, let me head over here. I'm a little frazzled at the ticking bomb, and for some reason my marrow hurts. But
It's probably fine.
Builds character.
So I roll fix here.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, ow! Oh, my hand.
All right.
Oh.
Okay,
So
okay, trade with me.
Still the lowest.
Lift it. It's on my fingers. It's on my fingers.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
so they invented this thing a while back called a wrench.
a what? Oh, that hurts.
But check it out. We got the one that goes tick 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 when you turn it.
Oh, I love those. You put like someone in a vice and you close the vice with that, so each tick they know it's getting closer. And it's like, all right, I'm giving you about 7 more ticks. What do you think? Click, tick, tick. Oh God, no, stop! I'll give you everything. Okay.
Wait, but if it's ticking, it's not turning.
I was gonna let it go. It's like it's more dramatic that way, but
it's a specially designed one
Yeah.
for gangsters to do the ticking.
Right, so if somebody's like actually mechanically inclined at all, they don't believe it's happening.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like, "Oh, this is fine." Oh God! Ah!
Right.
Okay, so
Anyway,
yeah, I'm gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna Guido. I would like to spend all of my time and effort so that if we get ambushed, I get like a bonus round. Okay, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm prepping. I'm ready. I'm on watch. Right.
Okay.
And I will try at the filter using a.
Oh God! Look out!
I'll use a spamaflange.
Robert J. There. What the heck is a samoflange? Slightly better.
is this anything that since he's keeping watch,
wait.
can I help him with this?
Actually, yeah, I want to help too, but it's at. Okay, so I'm like, no, turn the other thing, the great thing. I was rolling well on this the other day. I don't know what's going on.
It's like, hey, I once saw I think I saw this on TV.
Yeah, you're supposed to tighten it, you moron. God. No, I'm not being that.
Like, I was watching House Flippers 2077, and
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Lefty tighty, righty loosey. What?
oh, I thought that was their names. Now I get it.
The whole shit was a sham.
Hmm.
All right. So do I roll again, or do I change the?
So I need to know: are you going to try and take both filters or just one?
I'm going. Can I look at the filters without taking them out?
Yeah. So amid a maze of pumps and shunts shines the telltale silvery gleam of a circular set of lab-grade water filters.
Okay. So I want to look at the two of them and assess which one is in better condition.
The one that Jonathan didn't try and pull out last time.
Right. I will try that one then.
So you are you're going to stop trying to remove the one that he was working on and just pull the one that he wasn't?
Yes, if that's the better quality one.
Okay. Okay. So it's probably going to take at least several minutes.
Okay.
So you're just going to go after the one.
Well, because so my thought process is that we still need decontam if we're going to be messing around in the reactor room again. But leaving both of the filters in place until we're leaving seems like a bad idea, because then we're on the super clock that cannot be adjusted.
So I'm going to have to give you this here.
Okay.
This decontamination room does not function as a decontamination room any longer.
Right, skip it, take them both.
Screw it.
And I stop and look around where the entryway is still intact. The entire area around the entryway is completely tore up.
Yeah, pretty much.
You through, and like you can see, you can put your hand in the reactor room without going through. Okay, yeah, this is broken. Right, take them both.
I like to think that, like, if this was a TV show or whatever, there's this moment as you're like, oh, I got to think this, and you're thinking this through, and you just pause, you turn, and the camera shifts angle, and you see the crack you just mentioned, right, where you
just gaping hole in this, like, right through.
And then it just cuts back to you, and you're like, let's just take them both.
Yeah. New plan.
New plan.
So yeah, I thought I had mentioned that when you guys went through originally, which admittedly was in real time a couple of months ago now, so I wouldn't be surprised if no one remembers that. But
I admit I forgot about it. I'll
I admit I wasn't there.
Probably not. So yeah, there is no point in not taking both.
Okay.
Because it's not a functioning decontamination chamber.
We can definitely use it. All right.
Okay.
Take them both.
Okay. So it's probably going to take about 20 minutes to get both of them.
Okay.
So I will be on guard for 20 minutes. Like I said, fully prepped. I'm not actually giving him. I'm not kibitzing. I'm actually ready for this, because I'm super intense and on edge in character right now.
And what's Jay doing?
Suddenly clearing his throat loudly at random intervals. No, he's basically just telling, or doing whatever he's told to do to help out right now. He's a little out of his expertise.
Doctor, hey. Could you do me a favor and, like, poke out just a couple rooms and, like, be an advanced audio warning? Like, you get me?
Oh, sure. You want me to scream if I see something coming?
Yeah, basically, and just run back, and then we'll deal with them here. Don't worry, I got your back. I'm not trying to hang you out to dry. I'm just saying, you get out there. I'm here with a defensible position. He's working on that thing.
Suppose I could do that.
Oh, and also, I found these medical journals that you can peruse through while you're out there.
Oh, great. I've already read these.
And you don't like rereading books?
No, who'd reread the book?
No comment.
Once you consume the information, then you move on.
Fisherman's Digest from 2116.
Yeah, it's totally not medical at all.
Oh boy, the kids' waiting room books in the dentist office.
Exactly.
Hang on. I know exactly what it is, if you'll give me this, Guido.
Goofus and Gallant.
This is what it is.
Perfect.
Captain's Logs. Is that a bathroom book?
No, this is a
Like coffee table book, isn't it?
yeah, this is a coffee table book.
I thought.
also-
Well, it says captain's log, so I thought it was a bathroom book.
No,
It's the worst.
terrible.
It's the worst.
You're terrible.
They would make something like that.
You know,
would,
if,
and
Yeah.
terrible.
if
Anyways, it's this. I give him this. Here you go. I've been holding on to this.
if it wouldn't take me several minutes to reset the video conference, I would kick you from the room.
That's screw with my thing too.
I know.
Uh,
That's
but you've been
terrible.
warned.
So are you actually going out and being the advanced scout?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so if you're going to be stealthy, I'm going to need a stealth check.
Okay.
And then go ahead and do a notice check. Lore, just for shits. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, anyway.
It's your show more than mine at this moment.
I know. But
You want?
go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Would you prefer a ranged or a melee?
A melee.
All right.
Plus 2.
I actually can't remember. Do I click the weapon or do I click the stab?
I think you click the weapon.
Is
Because
it
I believe it'll actually take, if the weapon's set up right, it will take your skill into account.
Is it in there?
Yeah, robotic arm.
Yep.
I do have one skill of stab, so that looks correct. Okay, so
Yep.
there's the roll.
All right, perfect. Okay. So, just because I love the dramatic effect of it, while Jay is out sneaking around, one of the mutant things comes shambling down the hall, and as it peeks its head into the decontamination room, you just take a swing and yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
You missed one.
Got it.
Move along,
Give me a
nothing
book
to
to
see
read. I'm not looking at anything. Why would you send someone on an advanced scouting mission and give them something to read?
Okay, I go out, I grab the book, I take it back.
Oh.
But that's kind of perfect because
I know. I roll a 4 notice.
yeah, you're sneaking very well. You rolled a 10, so you're sneaking very well, but you're just oblivious to everything.
Yes.
For those of you who missed it, he rolled a 4 on his notice.
I do what any good soldier does. I go outside and I just take a nap when no one can see me. So.
Yep.
Yeah, he is a straight up Metal Gear Solid soldier right now.
Whose footprints are these?
I start prepping myself again, like, all right, sorry about that, Hank.
Got him. So.
Good job. Talking to people and killing people. That's my jobs.
Everyone needs a hobby.
All right, so I'll come back like 20 minutes later, shoot another breath mint. Say, all right, are we done yet?
I turn back to Hank. I'm nervous as hell. I'm like sweating a little bit.
Do I
turn
need to
back
do
to Hank.
another fix roll?
No, because you rolled the 9, so
Okay.
that's why it's taken about
That's
20
the
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So basically, as Jay is coming back in, you're just finishing taking out the second of the filters. Turning to Jonathan and Jay, you've got it in your hand, so.
All right. Phase 1 complete. On to phase 2.
All right.
Okay, so we just need to figure out how to
Order the
interface
bag.
with these suckers, right?
Yeah.
Any ideas?
So, would the navigation bay be up in the cockpit for this, or would it be a secondary room that's farther back in the ship? Because I'm thinking if it's a navigation room, that's where the computer room would be, computers for controlling various ship functions, i.e., or would it be more of a science experiment room where the nanites would be controlled if they could be controlled?
So, you don't remember, well, actually, give me a, give me a no roll.
Okay.
That sounds weird.
I know, and I have a heck of a time remembering that that's what it's called too.
Gonna give you a negatory roll.
Okay. I roll to not.
Yeah.
A canoe roll.
There you go.
All right, you don't remember seeing any kind of control panels or anything from when you were down next to the tanks before, when you saw Jonathan saw the fish people, but you were in the room at the same time.
Right.
You do not remember seeing anything while you were there.
Okay.
As far as, I'll say, a cockpit, it's probably going to be closer to the head of the ship.
Okay.
You have not found a room like that yet.
Okay.
But you haven't explored all the rooms either.
Sure. So my thought is, if we can find a computer system, I'm assuming the traditional utilization for these nanites would be for ship repair, and it would be coded to instructing the nanites where to go to the ship to repair whatever. So instructing them that the repair needs to be conducted outside the ship, below the ship, in the ground. So finding that control program to adjust the parameters. So maybe the ship has a fire control system, not fire control, let me try that again. A repair, I'm sure it has a fire control system, but that's not what No, it does. It's just that's not what I'm looking for. A repair, like an engineering console to go Star Trek on that.
Okay.
To be able to do repairs. So yeah, I figure we'll make our way to the cockpit and see if we can trace it there.
Okay.
So from the reactor we head.
How much are they about to explode? Let me check my notes here. That much? Wow. Anytime a GM just starts checking their notes, I get a little nervous.
Let's see, they've wasted 2 minutes of the 3 minutes that they have. Minimum speed
I bet Guido actually knows the
16
real time.
miles.
Yeah.
There's no feasible way, aside from teleportation, that's going to happen. Their atoms will be teleported there, but the rest of their consciousness cannot make it.
It's the hippie mentality. We will escape.
Mm-hmm. Velocity.
Yeah. They'll be finding us for miles.
Yeah.
I do know how long it's going to be.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, could you text me, Guido? Like, after the thing, even, if you want. I would love to know at some point.
It blows up. I don't know right now.
No.
He's got an egg timer.
It's and he's just
like,
staring at it like...
Uh-huh. No, please, continue. Uh-huh. You don't want to hurry at all?
Be as verbose as you'd like.
All right, so I'm gonna start going for the front of the ship.
Okay. So that means you're headed basically back towards the mall, as opposed to deeper into the ship.
So the front of the cockpit for the ship is not currently, it's further into the mall, or?
Yes.
Okay, because it's separated, right? From the ship? We're in the ship where the reactor is. And we're leaving where the reactor is to go to the cockpit, but the cockpit is not part of the ship still? Or do we have to navigate the mall to get to the cockpit? Maybe I missed that part.
So basically the cockpit is buried in the mall.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Well.
Just picture
spoiler.
But its accessibility is through the mall. Presumably.
It's one of the rooms that you haven't explored, which is towards the mall.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Currently, you are on level 2 in the decontamination room.
Okay.
From there, you have one option, which is to go into the room with the holographic panels,
I'd say that sounds promising, but
Yeah.
This is where you found the, I'll say, iPad that you have.
And that's also where we fought the robot, right?
yeah.
And when we
No.
got the arm prone?
Nope,
Or was that a different room?
that was a different room.
Okay.
So this is the room with panoramas of old Terran life: a sunlit beach, a peaceful mountaintop. The corner. In the corner, the neon glare of some ancient club floor. They flicker and fade at random intervals.
The recreation lab. And then from there, you guys go to the elevator. And you then have two options. You can either go into the mall or back to an area that you haven't seen.
What do you guys think?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find this on the map real quick. Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know them fancy electronics.
I mean, it's worth just poking at everything right now, I think.
So going back to the back portion that we haven't been to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good to me.
Do that.
You're
At the ready, of course.
okay. So you're going back to the room you haven't seen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ruined lab equipment and stripped computing devices litter the shelves and floor of this white-walled room. Mold has etched creeping blotches of filth on the walls and ceiling, with long streamers of tarry black life draping downwards.
Well, this looks a little more like it, maybe.
This looks great.
Mm-hmm.
At least it has the stuff that we may need.
Right.
All right, so we'll start poking around and see if there's actually something salvageable in here.
Okay, give me a notice roll.
Okay.
I will too.
Yep.
Well, actually, no, I won't. Not only because my notice is crappy, because I'm combat ready. So.
No to the notice roll.
Okay.
Okay, so I got a 7. Great.
I noticed less.
Okay.
Mm.
So you find some panels that look like they were probably I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
That's bad.
No. What you see, the only panel that appears to have any power is flickering on and off, and it is essentially a circular grid with a line that's spinning around it like a clock.
Okay.
Okay.
Flashes on and off. Flashes on and off.
Does it have anything displayed, or is it just like malfunctioning right now?
It's so the line is basically like a clock at different intervals as it's powering on and off.
Okay. I'll walk over and tap on it or see if there's any sort of like labeling for it.
No, there is no labeling on it. It looks like there may have been writing at some point, but it has eroded from the mold.
Almost like it's 6 centuries old at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, is there anything we can like cobbled together here that helps? Or is it trash?
Mr. Fix-It.
Well, let's see what I can see. And
Of course, you haven't seen anything, so.
yeah, that's the thing. Is like from what I'm noticing, like this whole room is screwed.
I like to picture that Jay says, "Can you fix it?" and yours around says, "Fix what?"
I mean, I'm grasping at straws here. I'm just hoping that he can see a way to put puzzle pieces together that I can't.
So, can I scavenge any of the wires to try and fix the pad that I already have? The mock data slab that I have.
Question.
Okay. So give me a fix roll for that.
Okay.
So you could probably finagle a connection between the console and your pad. The difficulty would be wiring it so you don't short out your pad when it gets that surge of power.
Okay.
What about now my character, who's pretty on edge, is like, anything?
I mean, I could try and rewire this data slab into the panel, but
Nope.
power level's off. It's gonna basically just melt. Do it.
So for reference, Guido, sorry, that notice roll was actually not to find something to repair. That was specifically listening for any incoming enemies.
All of the nope.
I
Nope.
rolled it 2.
So
Yeah,
is
Hank's
there-
about to kill us all. We're all
is
gonna
there
die.
yeah, basically. Is there an equivalent of a USB port,
I mean,
like functionality, like,
Yeah.
or is it all going to be like wireless by this tech level?
it's a fair question about it. Yeah, my character's just right about now. We're literally sitting on a bomb, a multiple miles wide bomb.
No pressure. Yeah, no
Like,
pressure.
there's enemies roaming around here trying to kill us, and Hank's like,
Yeah, we got this.
and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You know, I'll say it makes sense that there would be some kind of, for lack of a better description, USB port to plug something in to run diagnostics. It makes sense. It's, you know, kind of low tech, but I mean,
You gotta have some low tech. I mean, we have low tech nowadays. Like, legitimately. Security doors with the manual release thing, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Hey, Star Trek doesn't have that, but that's because they're stupid.
I was just gonna ask.
No, they've got that panel thing that you have to like open on the side. And
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
then you gotta
pop
like
the
fiddle
door
with the
open.
wires
It's
and.
stupid.
Oh no, that's true. That was in.
Yeah.
One time they actually had a legitimately manual override in
Yeah.
all of Star Trek was in one episode of TNG. All the rest of the time they say manual overrides offline.
Yeah, we're not even going to try
and
the actual manual. Yeah,
they have the little chips that Data had to rearrange.
Yeah, yeah.
Isolinear chips. Yeah. Sad that I know that.
God, Star Trek. Did any engineers work on that show? Anyways,
I
sorry.
don't know. How does it
Well, the
actually
one
work?
that-
Just
yeah, the one
rearranging
was
chips?
Well, it's like reprogramming, but hardware instead of software.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Flash the BIOS.
So if I go and take all the breakers out of my breaker and rearrange them, it works.
Yeah.
Yes, totally checks out.
You need to do it really fast, though. That's what Data's for.
Yeah, I'll speed up the footage.
Perfect.
Oh, I mean, I love you, Star Trek, but you're dumb.
Sometimes, yes, it was. Anyway, so
There's Discovery.
Oh, no comment.
do you have a
Mushroom
USB cable?
drive.
Do I have a USB stick?
Good question.
Well, so uh, uh, what are you trying to do?
So, I'm trying to see if there's basically a power connection, or sorry, a data connection with the tablet to the panel for either data transfer or for diagnostics.
Okay, so there is a USB port.
Okay.
How are you going to connect your pad to it?
Magic.
So basically, it's a matter of either I have to string wires to it, or I have to see if there's a corresponding port on the tab. So
it makes sense that there would be.
Okay.
But you still need some kind of wire to connect them.
Right. So I'm gonna basically search the area to see if there's just a connection wire between the two.
Okay.
Somewhere in the room. Theoretically, if people ransack this room and they didn't know what they were looking for, it's not a wire, it's just a wire with two plugs on it, and it may be less attractive to abscond with.
In worst case scenario, you can kind of jury rig up a connector.
That's true. If we could just get enough metal, right?
Well, but the problem is that since time is somewhat of the essence, I didn't want to. I did think about that, but I didn't really want to go that route. Where I'll take a half an hour and strip these wires.
Fair enough. I'm sorry. I don't
Do you
even
remember your USB wire connection diagram?
I apologize. But you do your thing, man. I trust you.
Oh, I switched the positives. Oh God.
You what?
Yeah.
Give me another no roll.
Outside the ship.
Here we go. The no rolls are coming, guys. It's over.
Oh wait, sorry, that was fixed. Disregard. Wrong roll.
And wisdom. Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I completely rolled the wrong thing before.
Yeah. Okay. The room that you came through, between the elevator and the decontamination room, is a repair shop. You're pretty sure you could cobble something together with parts that are in there.
Okay. So I think there's something I can rig up in the workshop a few rooms back.
Okay.
I'll try and do it quick. If I assess that it can't be done quickly, we'll scrap this entire idea and just rig up the detonator and go.
Okay.
All right.
I'm with you.
Okay. Hoofing it back to the workshop.
I like to think that we're jogging everywhere, just because
It's a big ship.
and TikTok.
Yeah, it's supposed to take about 10 minutes to go between rooms.
Jesus.
How big are these rooms?
I was about to say 10 minutes.
So
My park in 10 minutes walking.
10-minute mile.
the corridors between the rooms are hazardous and partially collapsed.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
Oh, okay. So it's climbing over stuff.
Hard
Yeah.
terrain.
Whatnot.
Yeah. So
Debris.
I'm not saying it takes you 10 minutes. You've been going through them, quite frequently. So it's...
Oh. So Guido,
Yeah.
as GM, I think it's important that you know that my character is not trying to be quiet at all and is actively shoving large and heavy and metal things out of our way to get through these rooms quicker.
Okay.
Time is of the essence.
Be aware, we're making a lot of noise.
Moving it.
Okay.
Speed over stealth.
Yeah. Go, 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 go. Oh, God.
All right.
It's got the 24 counter in the lower corner. Tink, tink, tink,
Yeah.
tink.
Cuts to Jay, and then it cuts
Yeah.
to a random shot of one of the snakes.
Mhm.
And it cuts to the people back in the town who are just trading.
Yeah. That's just somebody asleep. No idea
Yeah.
who they are.
They'll be relevant in like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
He's in shadows.
Yeah.
He's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, because once you get back to the town, there's going to be more people that are relevant. So yeah.
Yes.
It even fits. I was just making a 24 joke, but it fits apparently.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and give me a.
An opposite of a stealth roll.
Well, no. I'm not worried about that. What I
can see
need.
It's coming.
What I need is for Hank to find what he's looking for. So.
I need that too.
Hank's right there with you.
Okay. I know what I need. First,
Okay.
I need a fix roll, and
Okay.
then I need a notice roll.
Okay.
Your fix roll is going to determine the bonus you get for your notice.
Okay.
To know what you're looking for.
Yep.
Fix roll.
Okay, so you get a +1.
Okay. Bonus roll modifier 1. Oh, really? I bet you
A
put
3.
1. Well, I typed 1 and it's like, no.
No.
Okay, but no, I really need you to put 1 in. No.
No.
If it doesn't work, we can add it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, computer says no.
Oh. Okay. You find a couple of the pieces that you were hoping to find, but not everything you need.
Okay.
All right. Put it in my pocket with what we got. And okay, skipping plan B, going straight to plan C.
Hold up. Could you? I'm sorry. Could you get what you need in the garage? Like any of the broken down vehicles, repair bears, or anything? Like, would any of these parts be there?
On the off chance that there's a car that uses a diagnostics cable that's similar to what we're looking for, it's possible. I don't know if the car diagnostics are the same as ships, but it's
Still use OBD2 in
if
the
it's
future.
truly a
Okay.
universal serial bus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in all
So we're looking
fairness,
for a bus, like a big car.
I could-
No, the other car.
My camera, my phone, my Switch, all on a USB. I mean, right?
Yeah, but they're all newer, so they're USB Type C.
Oh no!
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
I did. In all honesty, Guido, I am kind of asking. Like, I don't know the setting that well. I mean, I'm trying to get to hold of it, but how feasible is this as an idea?
The likelihood, well,
Hence music.
it's feasible that
Okay.
one of the vehicles. It's feasible that the vehicles would have used similar cables to have devices connect to them. We do it today. Whether or not they would still be viable, being out in nature, I'll say. They were more exposed than what's in the ship.
So, that being stated, Hank, do you think that's worth the effort? Do you think that's worth the time? Is actually the real question. I'm down with the effort, but do you think that's worth the time expenditure?
Unfortunately, the time sink is probably not worth it. We might be. I think the time to try and even hunt down to get a cable to potentially link these things up together, only to find out that we found the radar dish and we can ping it now with the data slab, which does nothing for the nanites. I'm thinking it might be better served if we go and try and find another room that actually has a connection to the computer system and to the nanites that doesn't even need the data slab that I'm trying to reconnect.
Okay.
All right. Well, you'd think a 500-year-old crash ship would be more useful.
I know, right?
You would hope.
I mean, and all joking aside, I have to admit my video game tendencies are clashing with my story writing tendencies. Because in a video game, there'd be stuff here, right? It would be good game design and good level design to have useful stuff here and there to encourage you to go explore the level.
There would be clay pots with money in it.
Yeah. I mean, not quite that far, but
Space
Okay.
credits.
it's still
Yeah.
relevant.
Oh, look.
In lore, it makes perfect sense that there's basically nothing useful here except for raw scrap.
If it's been truly picked through, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
That's the key. It has been a target of salvage for 600 years.
yeah, so all right. Well, let's go and make a lot of noise and fight a boss battle and then blow up the place.
All right.
Ready? I think I'm damaged right now. All right, let me
Can
double
we
check
lure the
really
boss
quick
into the reactor
before
room?
we jump into a boss fight. I am damaged. What's our stim pack? I have one stim pack. One.
I
have one.
I might have more than one.
I will not use my stim pack if.
I have 2. Yep, I can give you one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you should let me apply this. I know how to like tweak the knobs for maximum effect.
I
Go
have
ahead,
the
I'm
voucher
ready.
a stim pack.
I'm ready.
I use myself. No.
Oh no,
No.
bastard!
That's the stuff.
We just beat the crap out of him as he's sitting
Stim
there.
pack addiction.
Okay, hold on. I actually have to read because I have the healer thing.
Okay.
So stims or
Oops,
other
I did not
technological
mean to-
healing devices applied by you heal twice as many hit points. Using only basic med supplies can heal 1d6 plus skill points of damage to every injured or wounded person or group, with 10 minutes of first aid spread among them. Oh, I can actually just heal without using stim packs.
Oh, dude.
Wait, what?
Once per day.
So use your daily magic power. How does that work?
It's I basically
He's just
I know first aid.
Boom.
Here, we'll just sit there and splash some healing water, which we call alcohol, on you.
Burns it.
This will make the pain go away.
And here's some gauze, and then here's a greasy sleeve from a shirt. We'll wrap it up in.
We'll roll something and heal me while he's checking out the stuff in the room.
Yeah.
That did.
I mean, it's okay. So it's 1d6.
Give it to me. I can take anything. I'm at half health right now. Yes.
There you go.
Plus my heal skill, which is I guess I just use the plus. Yeah, how's that work?
What's in there? You just roll a d6.
Yes. So 7.
One more. Boop.
7
Okay.
hit points of damage to everybody.
So while he's doing that, I'm getting plastered with his healing skill. I feel fucked, guys. Oh man, this one time there was this guy and he wouldn't stop talking, so I broke his finger, and then I broke his next finger.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And to do this, I have to siphon off little amounts of stim pack, and the narcotics are pretty heavily concentrated that way. They only have a chance to spread out, so he's going to be like this for at least the entire session.
Then I ripped out his teeth and fed him to him, and he
So
wouldn't.
it's first aid moonshine?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, great. We could sell this,
Oh no!
That's really expensive alcohol. That's really
That is
expensive
very
booze.
expensive alcohol.
Top shelf.
Yeah.
Like coca leaves? No, that's not even on the same.
No.
So okay, having been healed by alcohol and you having figured that out, our next move is setting the timer, right? Am I correct on this? We're just giving up on everything and going and setting the bomb.
Unless we want to try and like go to the control the cockpit of the ship.
I might as well try the cockpit first.
Oh, we'll let you weigh in on this. What do you guys think? For those of you who are currently in chat, I know there's a couple of you.
Hit the red button or go for the cockpit.
Yeah, what do you want us to do?
Well,
Vote now.
To vote, go up and hit the purple subscribe button.
No, don't no. Just text $10.
so I'm going to save you a little bit of time here. The cockpit was on the other side of the room that you guys were just in, behind a collapsed wall.
Oh,
Okay.
So it's inaccessible.
Basically, you were at the threshold of the cockpit, which is where basically it was a navigation scanner that you guys were seeing.
I see. Okay.
Oh, shoot. It's a nice thought.
Room, but yeah,
Nice
that's
thought.
unfortunately doesn't have what we need, or I can't rig it up to get what we need out of it with the time that we have or don't have. Okay.
Guess we're dropping the bomb.
All right.
All right, well, let's destroy the local societies.
So I point my laser pistol at the reactor and start firing. No.
Wait, what?
No.
That's skipping a lot of steps.
Isn't this how you do it? I got to get
No,
down
we-
to like 10% before this actually works.
Can I share a quick story? So, how many of you at home, as well as you guys, have played any of the Star Trek adventure games, point-and-click adventure games? Judgment Rights and 25th Anniversary, the two big ones.
I have not.
I
Seen them
had that one, but I
played.
never ended up playing it.
I love those games. They're some of the only point-and-click adventures I like. But anyways, one of the best parts about them was not only were they branching, but most of the branches led to really messed up stuff happening. So, for example, at various points in time, you could just pull out your phaser, which was an item. You could use phaser on object, and you could just shoot McCoy and vaporize him. And what would play is a thing saying, "Jim, no!" And then it would go to black, and then it would come back, and there's an admiral just chewing you out like you are being sent away to a penal colony for the rest of your life, and you're going to be sent in for emergency psychiatric care for murdering your own crew members. It's perfect.
Well, at least you got out of prison that way, though, or an alien planet.
I mean, it worked. I successfully left the place that I was at.
Yeah,
Do you remember the old Space Quests?
I do, but not specifically.
specifically number 3.
That they had similar things where, shoot the thing and the ship explodes and fade to black.
Yeah.
Let's see. Space Quest, bad ending. Let's see if I can find any. Incinerations is apparently the name of the bad. There's a walkthrough to find the incineration ending. Oh my god, there's several. In Space Quest 4, there's like 5 ways you can do this. Jesus Christ. Anyways, sorry. So let's set us up the bomb. Let's do it. Ready?
Okay.
Oh. How many things jump us, Guido? I'm ready.
So
2 feet and then just mobbed. Just yeah.
Like a NES RPG.
Yeah.
So you guys
No,
are headed back deeper into the ship to go to the engine room.
Yes, not being quiet.
Okay.
I want to really stress that because it's very important to me.
Okay.
So that.
You are still on edge and watching. Okay.
Oh yeah. If you want to give me a bonus or a minus, that's up to you. But I am definitely on edge.
Who's out front?
It's a good question. Am I in front or back? Because I'm one of the two.
Since we're going back, I'll probably be in front.
Okay, so I will be in the far rear, Hank in the front, in the middle. 8-bit music playing right now.
Okay.
Ready? Yep. We're all gonna die, guys. Nice knowing you, gentlemen.
It was a good run.
It was actually a pretty decent run. We've been playing for the better part of several months. That's a good decent time.
Going out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, we're going out. This thing's gonna explode.
This is a hero's death.
Yep. We're gonna die having accomplished basically nothing.
It's
Beating
fine.
up our own mess.
Okay, the roguelikes where they'll list your accomplishments? Ours will be survive 3 days, and that's it.
Yep.
33 points.
Aw.
I'm sorry, Guido. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, as you exit the decontamination chamber and make your way further into the ship, you come back to the catwalk over the passenger seating where our story had originally started.
Oh.
And you remember this. You've already been through this.
I get I feel nostalgic as a standard action.
Below the catwalk, you actually see shapes which are crowding around the ladder at the end.
That's weird.
They're probably not friendly.
I gotta admit, I'm super curious, even in character. I'm just like, well, hang on, guys. Except I'm not in front, so I'm sorry, Hank. This is actually your decision. I apologize. You're up there.
Can we see like what they are? Are they more of the same, or is it something new and terrifying?
Question.
Well, the primary question is, are you going to proceed out on the catwalk towards the ladder to get a better look at them, or are you trying to determine what they are from here?
I'm gonna slow down and kind of just hold on, guys. I'm just gonna slowly
go quiet as soon as he says that.
Slowly go out on the catwalk to see if I could see what they are.
Okay. Below the ladder, you see the shapes of 6, I'll say, individuals. Mutated in the same manner that the other creatures that you have encountered so far have been. Let me just double check this here. There we go. So you've got four of the skeletally thin figures with the arms that end in pointed bone spurs.
Okay.
And 2 of the human figures with the puffy flesh and oversized jaws.
Also disturbing. So they're basically directly in the path of where we need to go to get back to the reactor.
Yes, they are milling around the ladder. None of them appear to be attempting to climb the ladder.
And they're not. Do they not seem focused, or they're just wandering around near the ladder?
They
are they uniformly focused on something that we can't see, or are they just appear to be in like random directions, just happen to be around the ladder?
They don't appear focused on anything specifically. They appear more confused than actually driven for anything.
Okay.
So have you informed the other of us of this at this point?
So I'll back up, back to the edge. There's 6 of them.
I do a very quick jolt there.
So
You think you can just shoot them all before they realize what's going on?
It's not a
we
bad
could
idea.
get 1, maybe 2. I mean, we could use the catwalk itself as kind of a kill box if they come down this direction. So they have to come at us.
Well, couldn't I get basically directly in their path, of the 2 of you are just shooting down into the kill box, like you say?
I've got a great record with hitting shots, so
Yeah, but
That's why I'm a little bit concerned.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He won't shoot us.
I mean, the law of averages say I've got to hit basically every shot this time.
That's true.
Right, of something.
Guido's
That's how it works, right?
No.
I'm liking this idea. Okay, I'm ready. Let's kill box this. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What's up?
I may have 5 shots left.
Actually, here, give me a second. I will give you my gun.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that easily, but I got 9 shots. Or I could just give you my clip, I guess. That's actually not a bad idea. Here, I'll just give you one of my clips. Here, bam.
All right. I'll do it.
There's one of my clips.
I'll mark it down.
And At what point would you like initiative rolls, Guido? Just out of curiosity.
So at this point, they haven't become
Activated or aggroed?
exactly. They're still in the, I'll say, confused state. So they are not going to get a chance to react yet. I would say go ahead and give me an initiative roll.
Okay, just to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Oop.
All right. Well done. Well done.
2.
Right. And I have I rolled twice because of alert. So it's 9.
I mean, you can take the lower one.
Yeah, that's all right.
You could be, a decent dignity. Right thing to do.
Well, I mean, if this all goes badly, that means that I get the run first.
Wait a minute. I always knew you were the traitor. You always play the traitor in every game we play.
I do. It's actually just random chance.
Yeah, I know.
just get the
It's like,
traitor.
no, you're the traitor. God damn it. Okay, whatever.
Okay. So Jay, you got the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Hank, you got, what was that, a 4, 6?
8.
8. Okay.
He's the traitor we deserve, not the traitor we need next time.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do. Okay. It may or may not come into importance, but what I'm basically doing is just noting, because I don't want to have to go to like a graph or anything, so we're just going to play it by ear.
Okay.
I've got the enemies numbered A1, A2, A3, A4, and B1 and B2.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing the B guys, those are the easy guys, so we don't have to worry about that.
That's a tiered system.
all right, so you guys are making your way out onto the catwalk. What's your plan?
So my thinking, I'll kind of step up for this for a second. My thinking is I take position, like I said. You two take position. You two start shooting. I will be ready for when they come back to us with this
Okay.
little limited space they can maneuver in. And I will try to block them at the necessary point after you've gotten basically 3 shots on them. That's my thinking.
Okay.
Jay,
Yeah.
aim, then shoot.
Hmm. But if I aim after I shoot, then my next shot will hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So that's the general plan then.
Okay.
All right.
Ready. I've got my bat. I'm basically ready to go here. I'm function in game terms. I suppose what I'm doing is prepared action for being approached or whatever.
Just double check one last thing here.
Guido's like, okay, he has the death laser. Yeah. And the buzzsaw. Okay, didn't want to forget about that.
And each one of them has their own claymore mine strapped to them. Yes, this all
Yep.
checks on.
Yep. Okay.
There we go. No, what I need to do is remath what their armor class is, because this is still using the old system, and we're in the new system. Which,
That makes. I'm sitting here just trying to process why you would need to do that. Like, are we that under leveled?
Oh yeah.
Jesus. Okay, we need to go low, guys. I'm gonna go kill some boars for a couple hours. Anyone want to join me?
Oh god, this is forever.
No thanks.
I have actually had a GM. This is years ago. I've had a GM who was. Okay, if you want to go hunting as an action, that's cool. But if you want benefit from it, you got to roll for it. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So we rolled, and for me, hunting and fighting does and deers, he looked up the stats because those stats exist. He's like, all right,
Okay.
the deer, and here's the boar, and here's the bear, and I'm just like, what do I get out of all this? 2 experience.
Yeah.
Oh. This is a good trade-off.
I never actually played under him again.
So we should go. You should go find an old hunter.
To share there.
Nice.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys a surprise round,
Okay.
Okay.
and then once you complete that, you'll get your first combat round.
Okay.
Okay.
Thankfully, I go last.
Yep.
'Cause I want to, for once.
So Jay, you go first.
All right. Here goes nothing.
You got this. You
I'll
got
aim.
this.
I'll aim again.
For the horror.
I'll aim again, and then again, and then try
And then it's his turn.
lead off with a perfect cranium
This is
shot.
it.
Okay.
This
Now,
is it.
which one are you targeting? Are you targeting one of the?
A2.
Okay, so one of the
Yes.
skeletal guys with the bone spurs for the
Yeah,
hands.
those scare me more.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here it goes.
Oh!
Wow.
Nicely
do.
done. All right. It's not quite a critical, but it's enough of a critical that I'm going to say basically you take its arm off.
Woo!
All right.
Nice.
I look up and it looks like I'm incredibly happy that I actually managed to hit something.
What's the acronym? It's like GG no replay or something like that. I can't remember the whole acronym.
Yes, I say that.
He just says that. I love it.
All right, Hank.
All right.
He was proud. We believe in you, Hank. That's it. GG no read. Ooh.
Okay.
Terrible damage. World.
So I'm going to call that a critical. You're not killing it, but I am going to call that a critical.
Okay.
What's your? Did you want to describe something or?
Yes. Good. Good.
Oh yeah, that's a natural 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it?
Yep. If you
Oh, I didn't
hover over
realize.
the attack roll.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
show enough.
So it's definitely a crit.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
a legitimate crit.
Yeah.
Aiming at one of the other bone spur gentlemen. If we're firing down from the top, I would say I'm trying to hit it in the shoulder.
Okay.
Basically, just trying to cut through the shoulder to make the arm worthless.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely do. I'm going to say basically right between the collarbone and the shoulder.
Okay.
You don't. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit the heart, but you have rendered that arm worthless.
Okay.
So continuing with the surprise round, what does Jonathan do?
So, just to make this clear, what again, we don't have to graph this out, but I don't have a perfect mental picture. So, what is more important to me is blocking than doing damage. So, if I have to use a whole round positioning, I will. If I can hit someone while doing that, that's great. But positioning is more important to me.
So, being that you are focused on melee, you're not going to be able to hit anything right now because you guys are basically on a second floor catwalk. They're on the ground. So,
What's the method up?
a ladder.
The ladder.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to get to the ladder, and if you let me, prepare a swing at anything that gets in range.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You take a ready to action. I'm going to give you a +2 because you've got the ready to action and the high ground.
Okay, I'm good. I just realized I should switch playlist. I'm sorry, guys. Let's switch to the combat playlist.
Can you yell that you have the high ground?
It's over, Anakin.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So then back to Jay.
All right.
Do it. Let's do it.
Just continuing trying to rain down shots on these things.
Okay. You're going to go for the same one that you shot before?
Yes.
Okay.
Finish him. Guido can do that voice better than me.
A natural 20.
Is it really?
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
It's a shame that he's already damaged because that sucker's dead. I'm sure I should presume.
Catches the laser bolt.
He's like,
go ahead and describe a critical. It is dead.
Okay. All right. So Jay will go ahead and aim for the same place as last time, and this time, he'll miss slightly and actually hit him like dead center in the head and get just a straight through shot, and it just hits in just the right spot. So the guy falls over. Quickly.
Perfect.
Can I add one thing to that?
Yes.
What's happening was after you shot on the arm, you remember we had the surprise round. So what's happening was he had just started looking up, and then the shot came right through the middle of
Yeah,
him.
I mean, there's no way that was actually on purpose, but it just happened to get lucky.
Total coincidence.
Flawless victory.
Yeah. Oh, why is B2 speaking?
Cool, let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Hank.
All right. Let's see if we can follow up. Really?
Oh. Hey, what's going on?
Dude?
Law of averages, I told you. I told you.
Another 20.
I get it, it's 1 in 20, but to roll that many 20s in a roll?
That's 3 in a row.
I'm not gonna complain.
Right. Yeah. I'm just gonna roll with it. But
We have the high ground.
We do. We really do.
Wow. Oh, okay.
yeah.
What happens?
Yeah. And yes, it is dead.
Okay. So when I watch Dr. Reddy make his shot and see that, I stop, look at him, and go, "Huh, okay," and just snap fire.
Yes. And we both turn to each other and do the commando handshake.
Yeah.
Except it's not as impressive.
I don't know.
Like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah,
Stop.
Yeah. And now for 4 things. It was.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there's still a lot.
So
We need to trample them.
So what's going to happen is, since the enemies now go next, since it is the full combat, one of the skeletal things is going to start scrabbling at the ladder, but since it actually doesn't have hands, it can't climb.
That's fun.
Yeah, and one of the fleshy things is going to basically grab over it and start climbing over the one without the hands.
Okay.
Matthias,
Hey, what's up?
I'm assuming you're ready to action. You're not changing that.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not giving up. I know I'm an Anakin this. I'm gonna do a
Falcon punch.
backwards flip down the ladder, and no, of course not.
Okay. So that takes us back to Jay.
If I had a lightsaber, I'd just be like,
Wow.
there goes the ladder when they're like halfway up it.
How are you going to get down and back up?
I'm a lightsaber. I mean, I'm a Jedi.
You're a lightsaber?
I'm a
Okay.
lightsaber.
Eh.
I am a gun. Probably get it.
All right. So which one is nearest to reaching us right now, as far as numbering goes?
So A4 and B1 are basically climbing over each other.
Okay. Well, it seems like the bees have a much better chance of actually getting up here and holding on. So I'll go ahead and then take a shot at the bee that's climbing over the A
Okay.
in order to reach us up
Okay.
here at the C. The catwalk. All right. 3 shots left. 2 after I do this.
You got this.
All right.
Didn't I just give you a new clip?
Yeah, I'm finishing my current one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I'm assuming this is not like a video game where I can just
Yeah.
lump it all together.
Actually, there's a mode in some games which forces you to, like in Ghost Recon, there's a mode that they just added where if you eject a clip, it loses the ammo in that clip, which is awesome.
Oh, like Arma. Okay.
Yeah, you actually have to repack your magazines in Arma.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Oh my god! This is getting suspicious at this point.
But it's
I'm
not a
gonna
natural
roll-
20.
I mean,
One.
no, it's
I'm gonna
not.
roll
But
one when they
Yeah.
get up to me, guys.
he's
Totally
gotten
not.
19s and 20s out of 5 rolls.
Yeah, this is the end.
Pretty ridiculous.
We're all gonna die. It's over.
I mean, I don't think I'm doing anything different. I'm clicking on a weapon. It says D20. It's just doing it. So,
Well, I've been doing.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Right.
So it's definitely a strong hit. You
Mhm.
don't kill it, but it's definitely a strong hit.
that will show him.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have like a witty one-liner, but it's actually not that great because it's you.
I turn to the right and I say, surgical precision.
I love it. I love it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, that's canon, Guido.
Yeah.
Back me up on this. That's canon. On camera. It's recorded forever.
It must be.
Surgical precision, note made. All right. Yeah. So the blast of energy basically goes in, like right below its ribs, and you can see that it's. It was definitely a gut shot, but it's still trying to climb.
Okay.
Hank.
All right. Seeing that, I will take aim at the same individual.
Okay.
You got this. You got this. It's gonna be a 1.
Now it's more reasonable though.
That is more reasonable.
All right. So your shot goes wide.
No.
It bounces off the ladder, hits me in the head.
Oh, the worst.
I fall onto them.
No. Ricochets don't work that way.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, sure you. Guido, don't read chat real quick. Don't get any ideas.
I'll get back to that in a minute. Okay.
Oh no. What have I done?
So the fleshy puffy thing is climbing over the other one. The other fleshy puffy one is trying to climb as well. And the skeletal ones are going to go over to one of the support struts under the catwalk.
Uh-oh.
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 I don't like where this is
I
going.
was actually kind of predicting that too. But this is my character. Wouldn't know anything.
That does take us to Matthias.
So, do I see that? Or do I need to roll to...
I'm not going to make you do a notice roll. Yeah, you can see it.
So, at a glance, if I have to roll, I can, but at a glance, I'm just presuming that they're either... Okay, actually, that's a good question. Do these struts look climbable or breakable?
They're not climbable.
Okay, that answers me. I'm going to shout, guys, they're trying to break the catwalk.
Okay.
Well, if we kill them before we do it, or they do it, then we'll have a problem.
In fact, I'm just specific to the guy, the bone guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bone guys are trying to break the catwalk.
Hmm.
And I'm going to think very carefully. How far down is this a drop?
About, that'd be 10 feet.
Not too bad. Can I do a dropping melee strike onto one of the bone guys?
Yes.
That's an interesting tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want.
Okay, cool. I'll bite my own tongue off. No,
Can you successfully do that? Okay.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Guido. Go ahead.
What you need to do is a dexterity exert roll, and then your melee roll.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, based on the current tactical situation, will they start getting up the ladder to me next round?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to be like, all right, guys, I'm going to stay put for right now, and I'll ready my action. But if that starts to get bad, I'm going to get down there, okay?
Okay.
Don't shoot me if I do.
No promises?
And then I ready my action, and I'm good. Vito's like, how many seconds do they have left? Are you reading the Shiryu?
Yeah. No. He may. Okay. I will say.
I kind of do that to Guido.
It's true. It's true. But that was epic. I
was really happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It wouldn't be a parasite, but it may be a mutation. Because that can happen.
Uh-oh. Guys, I'm gonna die to a mutation. It's the end.
Not today.
All right. So, Matthias, you are staying in your readied action, so that takes us back to Jay.
Pretty much the last round I'm going to do that.
Okay. That thing that I just shot it before, I'm going to try and take that thing down before it climbs up again.
Okay.
1920? 1920?
You got this.
No, it's not.
Wow. Well,
12.
Is that enough?
Yes.
The high ground bonus that he gets?
Okay.
Yep. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, I max out damage.
Yeah, you max damage on that. So, at first, you were pretty sure you were gonna miss, but as it turns out, you were just off enough that, beings that you're basically pointing at the side, you cut its spine in half.
Ooh.
Okay.
I wince a little bit, like, whoa, dude.
Not cool.
Jesus.
It's not like that was on purpose.
You sure?
I mean, it was totally on purpose.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I figured.
I need to do... Oh, yeah. Okay.
But
So, as it tumbles off the ladder, just kind of twitching from muscle spasms, it tumbles straight into the other one that was climbing below it.
oh, nice.
And the two of them are now sprawled out on the floor, the dead one on top.
Perfect.
All right.
Very nice, sir.
And their morale breaks.
Yes. It's all up on display.
Hank.
Right. So I'll aim for one of the bone guys that's trying to cut the strut.
Okay.
Money, big money, big money.
Ooh. You singe the hair on this thing.
Perfect.
Exactly as planned.
The floor next to his foot is black and singed. It's, smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Nice shot, I say in character.
No, this won't do.
Alright, so that means they have to do... Okay. So the two bone guys lash out at the catwalk strut, and you feel the catwalk shudder.
That's the
Oh,
expected
no.
thing. Told you guys. Just a second.
That does take us to Matthias.
I thought one would reach me this round.
No, the other one that was so.
Oh, right, went tumbling over.
Yep.
Right,
Yep.
right. Well, there's nothing for it. All right. Okay, so let's do the dexterity roll. So that's exert dexterity?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Okay. It's not terrible.
No, that's good. That's good. That's
Okay,
enough.
Okay.
It's
then-
not epic, but it's enough.
Yeah, so melee swing?
Yes. Now, what are you swinging at?
Oh, that's a good point. Are they both at the same one?
The two bone guys are at the same strut, and then the other fleshy thing is underneath the dead fleshy thing.
So let's go for Bone Guy 1.
Okay.
Do I get any bonus for this?
Unfortunately, no. I'm not going to be able to give you a bonus for that.
That's fine. That's fine. I didn't expect that. So I missed. I rolled a 1. I told you. I told you it would happen. I have video documented evidence of me saying that I would roll a 1.
Clang!
Oh God! Like yeah. So I smack into. No. I did the dexterity. So I swing into the bar, and it's you know how when you hit something really hard and it vibrates, and I lose my hand on it. I drop the weapon.
No, I'm not going to make you drop your weapon.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But you hit the catwalk strut, the same one that they're hitting.
Sorry, guys.
So
What's
you're
Cat Rock Strut?
switching sides?
Yes, I am the traitor. Real quick, Guido, while I'm down here, can I at a glance see how much HP this strut has left?
Okay.
Like, how battered does this sucker look?
Give me a fix roll.
Jeez. Okay, hang on. I'm really good at fixing. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the strut itself is pockmarked with rust and corrosion, covered in mold. But it is the old, what is it called?
Or no, it's ferrous steel.
Yeah, basically ferrous steel. So it still has a lot of, I'll say, life left in it. It's not
Okay.
at risk of just cracking and falling apart.
Okay, that's a bit of a relief. I was worried that I had just pushed it to basically, use game for 1 HP.
No.
Okay. So I shout out, "Don't shoot me!"
Right.
And we go to Jay.
Don't
All right, I shoot him immediately.
No,
No.
it's okay.
So-
You missed.
It's okay. 1 shot left.
So I aim at Matthias, which ensures that I'm going to miss him.
Exactly. It's all logical.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
Oh God, here it comes.
Well, we'll see what the dice say, I guess.
The dice would say that I'm about to die.
But seriously, what are you aiming at? Are you aiming at one of the ones that's attacking the strut, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
it's not a bad roll.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
I was tensing there for a second.
And I'm out for a second.
It actually crumples.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
GG, sir.
All right.
Why is it
Hank,
making a clicking sound?
All right, and I will aim at the one that's still up and attacking the pillar.
okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's it falls. It's it's just smoking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so the fleshy one that remains is going to throw its companion off of it and
Oh, I
get
thought you
to
meant
its.
up.
Yeah. It's like, well, that's
Well,
different.
it's going to attempt to throw it at you, Matthias, but
Okay.
it's not
Right.
actually. No, it doesn't actually reach anywhere close to you. It's just pushing it off it essentially, but it does get to its feet.
Okay. Bite its head off.
Mm.
Did not see that either.
Well, I'm gonna get mutated at some point. I'd rather control the method by mutation.
Yes.
Sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm.
I love how caller ID now tells me scam likely.
I have that default for any call I get.
Is that an app or is that just your service?
That's just my service.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I just get calls from numbers I don't recognize and I don't pick them up.
Yep.
Oh, and they left a message, but it was empty.
Aww. They
That's
usually
no
don't leave
fun.
messages for me.
Yeah.
Like, I almost never get messages. Thank God.
All right. So, but seriously, what is Matthias going to do?
Oh, it is actually my turn.
Yes.
Okay. So since it's back around to me, I'm trying to think how I can be clever about this. So 2 bones are still up, 1 flesh is still up, and that's it, right?
No, just the one fleshy one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Jay and Hank took out the 2 bone ones that were attacking the strut.
So what I would like to do is I would like to probably physically exert myself to pick up this bone one and swing him to hit the flesh one.
You're dropping the robot arm?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I-
Okay. Sure. So yeah, give me a strength exert.
All right. Let's go ahead and that 7.
Okay. It's heavier than you expected,
that's-
but
Do I succeed though at all?
yeah. I'm going to call that a minimum success.
So I guess I will do a stab roll. I'm going to use my special Slayer ability
Oh.
per scene.
Oh no.
Actually, no, once per fight, excuse me. To hit on anything but a 1.
I'm going to laugh so hard if
It's
you...
going to be a 1. Wait,
Nope.
That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing.
Yep,
Hang
you're
on.
right.
I guess I don't know what to roll exactly now that I think about it. I guess can I just roll the robotic arm thing because it's technically the same stats? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so pretend this is a fleshy guy. Okay, so it's not a 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it's heavier than I think. So what I do is I put my whole body into it. I basically do a full, complete body spin to get this thing in the air enough.
Oh, so it's
To
a
then-
Monster Hunter swing.
Yes, it's basically Monster Hunter swing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just to collide this thing into the fleshy guy.
Sure.
Because I love the dramaticness of this, I'm going to take this one step further. So
Include the catwalk.
it's heavier than you expected. So you're doing the spin maneuver. As you're spinning it around, the head clips the catwalk strut and just clean off.
Okay.
And we die.
You guys get to hear this and shudder,
Clang.
Yeah.
No.
and then
Yeah.
and 6 damage.
So yeah, it's
We're just debating something. That's always a bad thing.
Oh, good.
I'm debating because it has 1 hit point left. It's a pretty epic maneuver. I cannot in good conscience leave this thing with 1 hit point after this. It's dead.
Aw, I appreciate it. Okay, here we go. So what happens? What I'm picturing is like I hit it. It's like, and it's like struggling to stay upright, you know. And then after a few seconds, it just topples over and hits the ground so hard that it just stops.
Oh no! It falls on one of the other bony things and stabs.
Oh, there
itself.
you go. Yeah, it just and then it's actually dead.
Sure.
There we go. We made it work, guys. We made it work.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand there for a moment. Look up. Good shooting.
Good stabbing.
Technically.
Click. Oh
Ah!
no.
You feel your
Didn't
glitch
change
game.
out that clip.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel your
Hold on. I think I've done this before.
Well, you have to.
There you
No.
go.
Yeah, and the bottom. And the bottom.
Oh,
of it.
whoops! I actually made it go negative for a second. Oh.
Oh,
No.
All right, there we go. Now it's good.
How the hell does that work?
I don't know.
So, fully pumped with adrenaline, my character's going to be like, let's go!
I'm tired. No.
Come on, I kick the...
Come on, back to the ring.
If I'm tired.
I'm tuckered out.
Okay.
Yeah. It's been a long
Okay. I'm climbing on the catwalk and continue on.
Okay, let's go. Come on. He's dead. Shift it.
All right. So, moving deeper into the ship, you come across the archive room where you had found those thumb drives before.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything?
That's a good question. Is there any... I turn to Hank real quick. Is there anything you could grab here before this place becomes ash? That's like worth grabbing.
Let me take a look.
Like, I know this place is picked over to hell and back, but I mean, this is the last chance to do this.
And this would be a notice roll.
Yeah.
I actually have a runaway playlist, so I'm going to pull that up here.
No?
No.
I mean, no is fine.
No. Go ahead. I was just going to say J,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
because I don't think we actually did this last time. Give me a notice roll as well.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So Jay's like bored and just glance around the room like,
Yeah.
Oh, look, the floor. Whoa.
Okay.
very.
I think that's the same thing that happened last time as well.
Hey!
Yes, double ones.
It's still here.
Snake eyes.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? We use class ability expert. Once per scene, you reroll a failed skill check. Take it to reroll if it's better.
Do it.
Do it.
There's no way it can be worse.
Literally cannot be worse.
Read again.
Actually, as a matter of fact, oh, this place has a ceiling as well. Oh,
Whoa. Okay.
it is better.
Okay. Let me back up just a little bit here. What was Hank looking for?
Anything
Something useful to
salvage.
take in the
Anything you
archive.
can just grab and go.
Okay. You can grab more of the memory chips, but
Stim packs or. I know there are no stim packs.
Think
here.
this pocket starship, does that mean anything?
Yes, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I mean, chips. You know what? I will grab chips if you don't.
I was
feel
going to say, if nothing else, we can maybe barter them as like pre-tech and be able to
exactly.
finally have some sort of currency.
If literally nothing else, they're decorative. So yeah, I'll grab a bunch of chips.
okay.
However many you want to give me, Guido. I'll just for the moment I'll jot down chips.
So
Bundle of chips.
there are,
Variety pack of chips.
so I'll put it this way. You can carry up to, well, no. There are up to 10 encumbrance points worth of memory chips.
Now I don't know how encumbrance works.
Right.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take. Well, okay, I got like a backpack, right?
I would assume.
So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to get like 2 handfuls, really roughly. I'm in a hurry. I'm just going to grab like 2 handfuls of chips, shove them in my bag, and then I'm good.
They say Micro Center on them. They're not that great.
Sorry.
I'm going to type in the console command to remove encumbrance, if I could.
All right, hang on.
A character can have ready a number of items equal to half their strength score rounded down. A character may have a number of stowed items equal to their full strength score.
I can have 8 units of stored or 16 units of, or excuse me, 8 units of ready, 16 units of stored.
Okay.
Okay.
So I grab like 1 unit because I imagine 2 handfuls is just 1 unit of weight. I can't imagine these chips are heavy.
No.
They're tungsten.
Yeah.
Made from the heart of a dying star.
Yeah, wait, why?
4 gigabytes.
What? This is the worst things ever.
I can't lift this.
What's it say on the side? EA? I don't know. Does anyone know what that means?
Exceptionally awesome.
Oh, I love exceptionally awesome stuff. I'm going to buy all their stuff from now on.
So you can bundle items together. 3 magazines of bullets can be bound into 1 item. A quiver of 20 arrows or a loose bag of 20 bullets count as 1 item.
Okay.
So I would say a encumbrance equivalent would be 20 chips.
So there you go. I grabbed 20 chips-ish. Roughly.
Just handful, bag.
And I will do the same.
Okay.
I'll actually jot that down. So here we go. 20 of isolinear. What do you want me to call
I was
these?
trying not to use isolinear, but I called them tech chips. Like,
Tech chip? Okay, tech chips.
yeah, they're bio-neural gel packs. I don't know. Are these good?
Only if you don't infect them with cheese. Because
yes.
I remember that episode.
Damn you, Neelix.
I love Voyager, but I remember that episode. It haunts my dreams.
Fatal design flaw in these things.
Yeah.
Kind of is.
So, Jay, I'm gonna give you this. You, in just wandering around, one of the that wouldn't work.
Never a good sign when the GM says that.
Well, so I want to give you this, but
Jesus! God, Tizara. He gives me some bits.
wow.
Because of the bits, you should give us this. That's the idea. That's going on here.
I'm trying to think of a way that you would be able to access the information because the pad isn't currently working. You don't have any way to read the chips. There has to be another way to get you this information.
So, you want to just tell me or tell us? I guess out of character, we can like try to figure out a way.
It's a blueprint for a stim pack.
And it's on it's on one of the pads. It's obviously not active, right? So
Maybe it's labeled, and so we'd at least know it's on there.
are there any? Well, no, of course it wouldn't be.
This is a dumb question, but do stim packs have a singular brand that they would be
Well,
known
that's a
by?
good idea. That's a good idea.
Malawan.
And as dumb as that sounds, as like Borderlands as that sounds, would that be something you could see? Oh, this is a Malawan
Yeah,
data
there's like
pad.
yeah,
It's
like
just gotta
a
be doing
by and large
stim
data
pad.
pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
MedTech data pad. Oh. I mean, could be.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I like
Now,
that.
to be fair, we should all roll notice to see if we notice the big and large or whatever brand pad over there.
I got an 11 that hasn't. I got an 11 that hasn't been utilized yet. When we entered the room.
Well, like I said, I got a 9. He gets an 11. So that's might be enough, maybe.
Yeah, it's enough for all of you.
Okay.
I need to
Is that a
come up.
lion?
Wow. I like the idea. I'm trying to come up with something that actually fits with the brand.
You don't want to use by and large?
No, I don't want to use by and large.
This pad says Omni Consumer Products. Does that
Yeah,
mean...
I don't know what's up with that. We should just throw it away.
Yep. We're gonna okay.
We should just throw it away.
It's got this weird red and white logo. Kind of looks like an
No.
umbrella.
If you turn on it, go Sega.
So, I'm going to go ahead and give you the information on this now, so I don't forget later.
Okay.
This is a blueprint, a +4 blueprint for making stim packs. You do have to have a facility to actually make the stim pack, and each dose requires cerebrospinal extracts from the freshly dead.
Okay.
1 corpse is required for each dose made.
So we're going in the mortuary business.
Now,
Grab your shovels. Oh,
I'd like to
that's
think
good
that,
freshly dead.
given the haste of the moment, like in lore, we're basically like rushing here. So I'd like to think we see it and like, that might be useful. Grab it, toss it in our pack, and we don't even look at it till later. That's kind of what I'm picturing here.
Surprise, surprise, it's useful much after the fact.
Yeah, exactly. Like later on, we'll be like, dude, yeah. But right now, it's just like, yeah, maybe, sure. Hank, did you actually grab it? Did you put it in your inventory?
No, Jay.
Oh, Jay
Jason.
grabbed
I put it in my inventory.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Thank you again, Tazara. All right, so we book it.
Okay.
The haste music continues to play.
So, from the archive, south is the engine room.
We got this.
North would be how you would get to the storage tanks. So, what's your plan?
I turned to Hank.
So we're most likely going to skip the storage tanks, and we'll just go back to the reactor room and set up the explosive.
Okay. Okay. So you make your way south into the engine room.
I'm just waiting for the other hammer to drop at this point. It's just coming.
You want me to put the hammer down?
No!
Stop.
Yeah, I know.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
Hey, I've decided to leave this game. Sorry.
Wait, exit now.
I just shoot the engine.
Yeah, I'm done.
So, as you make your way down the hall, you notice it getting warmer and warmer.
Oh god, it really is soon.
It's nice.
I turn to look at Jay as if he's insane.
So warmer as in temperature, or warmer as in tingly like we're in a microwave?
Ooh, good question.
Temperature.
Okay,
Okay,
just
that's...
checking.
Well, eventually, yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say that.
We're all gonna die now.
Soon.
All right.
Currently in the process of dying.
So you make your way into the engine room. You see, as I described before, the blue glowing crystal suspended over the pit. What's your plan?
Okay. So basically taking one of the laser clips. All right, because Laura, you gave me no, you didn't give me a clip.
Thought I did.
Yes,
I thought I gave you a
sorry, you
clip?
did. You gave me a clip and you gave Jay a clip. So
Yeah.
I take that clip wrap some gauze around it and basically a ferrous plate. Maybe not ferrous, just basically a metal plate that can make contact, basically connecting the circuit.
Okay.
Take my canteen out of my bag. Soak the gauze, being careful not to like connect the clip in the metal, but have it set up to where as the gauze dries and it basically contracts, it'll bring the metal in contact with the clip.
Okay.
Connecting the circuit and then triggering feedback until it overloads the clip.
So are you trying to connect this to like one of the wires that's coming off of the power core, or are you trying to get it to like...
I'm setting it above the jury-rigged apparatus that has the wires going to the crystal core.
Okay.
So that way when it blows, it'll basically blow enough of the wires that'll speed up the triggering process, or just, for all intents and purposes, most likely dump the crystal right into the core, and I'm sure that'll go well.
Okay. Give me your fix roll.
It,
If you roll a 1, I swear to God.
no, I got this. All right, I'm actually going to do this another way. I'm going to use my my flawless skill for the day.
Ah, okay.
Automatically succeeding at my scrounger check to rig up something that is going to work exactly as I'm planning it.
I just need to reread that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll allow it this time, but remember in the future, before you roll.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah, you jerry-rigged this thing up.
Okay. I very carefully place it where it needs to go, and then just once it's done, kind of slowly bring my hands back, and then very calmly, very succinctly, I turn to the group and say, "We should be running."
Nobody's behind you when you turn around to say that.
And they're just they're gone. Perfect.
There's just a mute man going, oh.
Yeah, no, we plug in. We get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We run forever.
And just so I understand your plan, you're not making any detours, you're not stopping anywhere else. You are literally just running out of this complex into the wilderness.
Yes.
Okay.
All due haste.
And we're not looking back.
Nope.
Because cool guys don't look at explosions.
I was going to say, is that why you're wearing the sunglasses?
Yes, that's exactly why we're the sunglasses.
I turn around and look.
No, you
Okay. Well, okay, actually, that's valid. You can look.
I'm actually running slower because I'm looking over my shoulder just the entire time.
Is something gonna happen? Hey, Codex. Something gonna...
Wait, it occurs to me that we probably should have both gone away before he did this.
Yes.
What are you doing, dude?
I should have just left him back there alone to do this.
I just
We should have done.
Come on. What are you doing?
Okay. So, as you're running out of the engine room
Here it comes.
and through the archive, you hear a voice behind you yelling, "Stop them!" And
I say, "Yes, sir!" And I start running after the other two.
Gargled responses.
Jeez.
Oh man, what are the things in WoW? The
Murlocs.
Murlocs, yeah.
Everybody just immediately said.
Yeah. Well, of course it's.
It basically sounds like a Murloc, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear heavier footsteps landing behind you as you're running through the room. Are you doing anything other than running?
No.
Honestly, yeah, I think our best bet at this point is to just keep going.
Okay.
I will be taking up the rear, though. I mean, I was anyways, but just to make that clear, in case it matters.
Real quick, are there doors, or are they just open corridors as we run?
So the problem is most of the other areas, they either have collapsed. The room itself is essentially no longer there due to either the bulkhead being collapsed or the ground coming in and filling the room.
Okay.
So outside of the map, there's no additional rooms.
Okay. No, I was just thinking, like, as we're going through these doors, like, and as we're running, could I, like, slap a closed door button or emergency shut button? But if it's
there's not enough power to them.
Small, there's not enough power, and the doors are all, seized in their setup. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put that out there as an option.
Occasionally, there's enough of a alcove, I'll say, that there's another creature that comes out of it after you pass and joins with the pack that's following you.
Sweet.
Okay.
Not
have time.
After you guys climb up the ladder back to the catwalk, the pack is milling about below you, and you see him.
I stop and point dramatically. Him! It's, crap, what's his name?
What about that guy?
Michael Dorn's character in Fallout 2. The last boss.
I don't remember the name.
Oh, God, it's like Frank something, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The last boss. Frank Horrigan. It's Frank Horrigan. We are dead if that's Frank Horrigan.
Hi, guys.
He starts shooting us with a Gatling laser.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor is a tall, slim, pale man with neatly kept black hair and lifeless black eyes.
Sure.
As you guys are making your way across the catwalk, he will proceed through the room, through the mass of fleshy things and bony things, to the other end of the room and open a set of doors which they open to the same direction that you guys are traveling.
Okay. That's convenient. Thanks. I do not do that again. To be clear, that is not a thing that happened.
So you guys make your way across the catwalk into the next area and up through the decontamination airlock. As you make your way out of the decontamination area into the workroom, you hear footsteps behind you. as the mass of the pack of things is coming up through the decontamination area.
Guys,
Let's go faster.
Run fast.
Thank you, Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
yes.
Objects in mirror.
You know,
See a
I
reflection in
imagine
the elevator door. Somehow
I
it's really.
we're straight up booking it right now.
Unless you tell me you're doing otherwise, I'm just basically describing you guys running through this area.
I'll do haste.
Yeah. Go.
Yep. So you make your way through the elevator up the elevator shaft into the mall itself, and as you're making your way through the atrium, more of these creatures start making their way out of just little hidey holes in like the walls.
Jesus.
A
In
lot.
fact, as an aside, just like at a glance, Guido, how many of these things are there? Like 20, 50? Where are we at?
That are following you.
Just how many I've seen. Like, I'm just eyeballing it as I race through here, like with the idle thought of, Jesus, he's been busy.
Without actually counting them, you would guesstimate about 20.
Okay, 20's bad. Really, really bad. Thank you.
Mhm. More than we can.
There's more.
Oh, wait.
Jesus.
Keep running.
Yeah. Keep running. I'm swimming.
So you guys make your way up to the third floor, and as you grasp on to the rope that's hanging down from the skylight, you can see just every hallway approaching this room is just a mass of moving bodies coming at you. Think like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So
Switching from running to climbing.
yeah, I will still be last.
Okay.
Still-
Go ahead and each of you give me an exert roll.
There we go. Strength, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Ugh. Well, I'm last, but not great. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
He dies.
Well, he's ahead of you. He's blocking you.
I know he is. He's
I
first.
said, hold on, I got a stitch. Let me slow down. We need to drink a lot of water. We got to hydrate.
Dude,
No, not time, not time.
go! Why aren't you still climbing?
It hurts.
I don't give a damn if it hurts. Give
I
me
do.
boo-boo. I'll kiss your boo-boo when we get there, you big baby. Let's go.
Ew, I go faster.
It works. It's have to know how to motivate people.
The doctor
No.
is tired.
No. Doctor's out.
Okay. What I want then is, Hank, you are having no trouble climbing this rope.
Okay.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah. You can see Jay having trouble below you.
Oh, it's that whole Neo moment. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Do you want to help?
Yes.
Please help him.
How do I do the helpy thing?
It's like the Matrix. You jump at him and grab him and hug him.
Yeah, exactly. Just.
Right, but I have a cable attached to me in that one.
Get the minigun.
It's like, I'm going to help. He falls down the rope.
Rope snaps. Well,
That was
we're all,
helpful.
we took out all the monsters. That's something, right?
How
Ooh, do
could
I have my
you-
knife still?
I would assume you haven't done anything to lose it,
I was
so
gonna say I do. Okay, so that'll be relevant in a minute. And yes, Guido is awesome. Zoro.
Well, thank you. Oh, I know. Okay.
Okay, we got it.
Give me a physical save.
Copy that.
Sadly.
Save.
It was nice knowing you.
I failed.
Yay!
Oh
Wait,
no.
that's not
Oh
good.
no. We're all gonna die, guys. This is it. We are all gonna die.
On a rope. This is just like
Yes.
high school.
This really is. Oh my god. We're all gonna die. Hang on, where's the death music? Give me a second. I need to pull up a death playlist. Let's see. What's
Okay, I know. Matthias,
Yes.
you need to give me a lead role. You need
Ooh.
to motivate him.
Yeah, so I see what's going on, and I'm like, all right, I got this.
10-minute speech.
You've got that kind of time.
Like when I was in the Yakuza.
Wait, what?
That is a terrible roll, but 9.
Okay.
So I just realized, hang on, I'm sorry. Guys, this is the perfect song for this. Wait, no, this isn't it. Where the hell is it? There we go.
I'm...
God.
Okay, Jay, go ahead and give me a physical save.
Okay. This is my best save.
Yes!
Wow. I
Okay.
could roll that to 20 though.
All right. So,
You remembered how ropes work.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Oh, you don't use your teeth.
Yeah, okay.
don't forget, you got to use your legs to brace.
Mm.
Okay. So Jonathan's down there just tearing you a new one. Like
Go faster, please.
he is the proverbial drill sergeant at this point.
Yeah, just picture the actor who unfortunately has passed away recently, which really sucks, but picture him.
Lee.
Lee Ermey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Lee Erming it up like crazy right now. My
Grandma!
climbs faster than that, and she's dead!
Meanwhile, Hank is down there trying to, grab on and pull you up while hanging onto the rope. And suddenly you just get a burst of adrenaline as you see the hordes of these things coming at you. And as Hank grabs onto you and pulls you up, you climb over him and up the rope.
Great.
Awesome.
Making it happen.
All right. So you guys make it out.
No, real quick.
Okay.
My knife is in my mouth when I'm going up. Because
Okay.
the second
Ew.
time at the lip, that rope is gone.
Okay.
I'm cutting that rope right there, and that's not happening.
Okay.
Is there anything nearby I can throw over the hole?
Jay.
You mean like the
All
like
right,
the
I
reactor
grab
bomb?
I throw him over the hole.
You mean like the reactor bomb we got going on?
I suppose that'll do. I was just it was just a little quick. If there was a stray chunk of metal, I was just going to toss it over really quick.
No, I love the sentiment, but I think it'll work itself out.
Okay, so we're running.
Okay.
That's why I wanted Jay up top, so I could throw him over the hole.
Yeah, perfect.
This'll fit.
All right. You guys are exhausted and still running for your life. It feels like your lungs are filled with razor blades that are on fire.
Yeah, I felt that.
With just a pinch of salt.
Yeah. How long are you going to run for?
Let's do a physical save. Whenever that physical save gets me to. So I collapse immediately.
Right? I
No,
join you.
no! Okay.
I'm clicking it.
Yeah,
I stop after
We
I get
all
up the
die
rope.
having successfully gotten up because we're tired. Yes. So apropos.
I just figure we're blown clear of the entire process.
We've been vaporized by being blown clear.
Okay.
Remember the ending of Rogue One?
Oh God, that's us.
Okay.
Darth Vader shows up out of absolutely nowhere. It's just, it looks awesome while doing it.
All right. I'm not going to kill your characters off at this point because this is pretty epic. What's going to happen? What's going to happen is you guys are you're still running away. You're basically running down the creek that you had followed originally. When the ground buckles beneath you, which throws you all to the ground. You see the air around you flash in a bright white. And you feel a blast of superheated air just rush over your bodies.
Ooh, yeah.
The ground behind you erupts, sending earth and trees and rock and shrapnel into the air and out over your heads. Had you been 100 yards closer, you would be vaporized.
Ooh.
As it is, right now, you are all deafened.
I was going to say, I imagine we saw that blast through our closed eyes.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Basically, you were knocked to the ground, and in that hit, when you landed, as your breath is just expelled from being knocked down, and your head, face planting, it blows. You're all going to take 4 points of damage.
I healed earlier.
Touch my skin.
Like I said, you're deafened, and you have basically you're all sunburned.
Yeah.
Not a way to get a tan.
At the moment, my character is basically insensate. Like, in fact, for a few seconds, I'm pretty sure I actually think I am dead.
You probably, you probably do.
Yeah.
You are going to be amazed here in a minute when you wake up and you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there doing the Archer thing where he loses his hearing. Mop. Mop. Mop.
I'm not moving.
My last thoughts as I fade to black are, damn it, I couldn't save the townspeople because I still don't know that they're far enough away to be safe. How long did we have Guido, now that it's no longer relevant?
32 months.
We may have shortened that by a smidge.
We did shorten that a little bit.
Yeah. I'm all about the fast track.
Oh my god. 32 months. I was honestly expecting shorter than that.
Now, okay, so you've taken care of the long-term nanite problem,
Woot!
but the river is still flooded with nanites.
Yeah.
You do have the filters.
Yes.
But as soon as the slavers steal them, then we're screwed.
Well, they're in my pack, whatever that counts for.
As soon as the slavers take your pack, we're screwed.
Right. Right.
The other problem that now arises is with this explosion, you have drastically, I'll say, terraformed the path.
That's a good word for
Nice
it.
way of putting it.
We have formed the Terra.
You have redirected the course of the river.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah. That makes sense. But
Maybe
that's a
they'll
problem.
move then.
I was going to say, that's a problem for a city that's still going to be alive because they're not drinking what little tainted water they have left.
According to lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
It never stops being weird. Every time I hear that word now, I'm like, huh? Yes, the elemental ley line of Guido just saved us. That's more or less factually true.
The sabotage cannot be stopped once it begins. It's actually written in if you guys try and do this.
Nice.
The PCs are going to need at least 10 minutes of distance between them and the reactor if they aren't going to be obliterated along with it and by the ensuing explosion.
That's fair. My God, what have we done?
We've done what we've always done. Given them a fighting chance to live.